info. Don't panic. We're having a little glitch here. All right, it's official. Child, what have you done?
You are listening
There we
to
go.
Open Thought on the sunny side with Joyce. Let's talk. You
Oh
are
no, I'm not even putting up with this today. We'll just play music. You know I'm always down for that. All right, but Kemi's got information now.
Yes, Lagos. I'm bringing something for the kids. Okay, this December, it's for the kids, and parents should please pay attention. It's that time of the year again, and Cody and the kids are back. Okay, so come Sunday, December 15th, 2024, it will be fun, unlimited, and culture at its best as Cody and the kids Christmas Culture Carnival. Okay, that's what it is. Cody and the Kids Christmas Cultural Carnival. It's going to be featuring cultural performances, electrifying games, exciting playthings, music, comedy, dance, and lots more. It's a time for families to relax and unwind after a long year. So please don't miss it. The date again is December 15th. Venue is the Stable Union Bank Complex, Bode Thomas Sulere. Time is 12 noon to 6 p.m. And for tickets, sponsorships, and inquiries, you can call the number 0806 271 0485. 0806 271 0485, or you can send a WhatsApp message to 0802 752 0884. 0802 752 0884. That's where you send a WhatsApp message to. You can follow them on Instagram at Cody and the Kids. Okay, that's KODY and the Kids, or at Cody the Coordinator. Okay, that's KODYDKODYNATOR on Instagram. Cody and the Kids Christmas Carnival is supported by Kellogg's, Ole Backed, In and Out Entertainment, and House Creative Media.
Today, by the way.
Yes, Lagos. There's also money to be won here on the sunny side. 25,000 naira for one lucky person. That could be you. I know, right? Every day is about winning here on Nigeria Info. Courtesy of One Play. So One Play is saying there's money on ground. It's not up to you to say if you want to get it or not. 25,000 naira is not small money right now. We can do a lot in the market. All you have to do is go to www.oneplay.ng. Okay, that's www.oneplay.ng, or just dial the code star 347 star 880 star 3 hash. Play with as little as 500 naira. Okay, pick your station Nigeria Info, and in a few seconds your ticket will be in the draw. Remember, the more you play, the better your chances of winning every day. And the Money Crossfire, WhatsApp Lagos, and now the sunny side. Okay, money went on WhatsApp Lagos. You can be the next person. I wish you good luck. Lagos, start playing now, because your chances of playing and winning are still the same thing, whether you play on the website or you use the USSD code. So I wish you good luck. If you're under 18, this is not for you. And then playing during the week automatically qualifies you for the weekly jackpot happening on Friday. That's 50,000 naira for one lucky person. Start playing now, so you don't say sorry later.
Is that kind of day where you come to work and then there's a glitch and you really just have to, I don't know, wade your way through it? 43 minutes past 12, 99.3 Nigeria Info. For what it's worth, I think you need to know what's lined up for us today. First, it's, I guess this question of the tax reform has now informed, for me at least, I would say it's now informed this concept of poverty within the Nigerian interpretation. And I thought it would be good for us to attempt to interpret what poverty is. I guess that there should be a standard below which no Nigerian should fall, but every time we hear the government interpret poverty, it's as though every policy, or most of their policies, particularly poverty policies tailored towards the poor, they usually specifically add the poorest of the poor, and I'm not sure what they mean. It's as though they're targeting those at the bottom of the food chain, right? But there's a little difficulty with that, because it seems as though whatever economic policies earlier created is affecting those who are the poorest of the poor, well, there's no middle class, but for the sake of conversation, no, there is no middle class. But for the sake of conversation, because even your middle class is threatened, the currency is weak, and so your middle class is even threatened with what the poorest of the poor are threatened by. And then there is what money is worth today, and if everybody is using that currency, so even your supposed middle class are also struggling. I hear that chicken now is about, so I'm not sure. So someone out of Lagos said 30,000. Someone within Lagos said 25,000. Someone else said 17,000.
Is it live or
no
frozen?
live? No,
live.
no,
Okay.
live.
I mean, I haven't gone there yet.
Okay,
I haven't gone to price yet. I'm
Yeah.
asking myself a heart attack.
And so I can imagine someone who would normally buy 4, 3. I don't know what you're gonna do this year because
One.
because 4 is like 100,000. Or on average, so you're looking to have at least 80,000 for chicken.
Do you know how much oil is?
No, I don't.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Yeah,
I shouldn't imagine.
You do not want to go there.
Oh.
You don't. Like an ever bottle, just let's even leave the kegs alone. You don't have
This is
money.
unbranded now.
Unbranded oil.
Yeah.
An ever bottle, the unbranded just plastic bottle, the big one, is 6,000 if you find it cheap.
What?
6,000 naira for a bottle.
Branded?
Unbranded. 6,000 naira. That's what they will tell you.
How? Wait, what do you mean 6,000? You mean branded now?
Unbranded. Not the branded ones. The branded ones are like 15, 13,000 though. I'm talking branded oil that they pour in a plastic bottle.
Yeah, the
that
one that
big,
they measure when you go to the market.
That big bottle, you pour it there. If you're not buying, you get out. I think it's even 8. If I'm not, I think the woman was being nice to me and she sold it for 6 or something.
Oh, you actually paid 6,000 for it?
Yeah, I paid 6,000 for it.
Visitors, good. Would you be visiting people this Christmas? Should people visit you this Christmas?
I'm gonna stay in your house. Somebody stay in your house. Stay in your house.
You're not expecting any visitors this Christmas.
I'm not at home this Christmas. Let's put it that way. Means if I'm going on a visiting spree, all visited.
All right. So, our first, I think it's necessary that we look at the concept of poverty. Poverty by your own interpretation. Unfortunately, every time the government does us the favor of interpreting poverty, they seem to take into account the people to whom they give the handouts, the people whom they give the oil. They're not even giving you oil and rice this Christmas.
Oil. Government. Oil.
Well,
more like rice, so. If you give it tomato paste,
even
God.
the rice. Isn't...
I'm not saying government is sharing oil. Rice and tomato paste, please.
You know, I would have thought that given that the government is full aware, as they claim, of what's happening, that their own compassion would have extended to subsidizing food, at least for the season, just to encourage Nigerians. The president recently said that things will get better. He did say it, and I'm guessing that is towards the inspiring hope in Nigerians to believe in this administration and the work that they are doing, and to rest assured that even this suffering would only last for Now, I was going to say a short while, but
No, I'm waiting for you to land now so that I can ask you to. When did the short while start? Maybe I was not aware and they didn't send messages.
I was going to say, well, so I guess they want you to think it's going to last for a short while.
Which is how many years now?
Hey, hold on. Launch of Nigeria Cares. Please, what's that? Cash transfer to 44,000 beneficiaries.
Yeah.
This government.
Why the beneficiaries?
So cash transfer people. We know that the government in about, I think it was October, we're told that the government would pretty much kicked off this cash transfer of 25,000 naira to Nigerians, and it would span about 9 months. So I want to know, one, if you have if you have received the government's cash transfer, that's one. Two, the government supposes that those who even need help, if at all anybody needs help, will be those who are, those who, I'm really trying to work their imagination at this point, what they mean. Those who are poor and uneducated. But my problem is, how do we qualify the poor in Nigeria?
Anybody that cannot buy rice.
Okay, and if you can't afford rice, if you can't afford oil, if your income is probably 30,000,
if your take home is not taking you home, you're poor. That's
ambiguous. What does that mean? Because if your
take home salary is like, oh, my salary is how much now? Jesus, I pity the people who went 80,000 naira below. Even 100,000 naira, I can't really do much right now. So if you're earning 100,000 naira, you're spending 60,000 naira in a month on transportation. This excludes food. This excludes other basic amenities.
Mm-hmm.
This excludes your NEPA bill. This excludes your rent. This excludes saving. Saving care. And that's me reaching for the stars. Sorry. Scratch that, Lagos. No savings. Okay. Now let's see. Please, how is your take home taking you home? Where's the money to take home at the end of everything? Where's like, oh, I worked so hard. Oh, now I'm looking at my pockets and I'm like, I want to do Christmas.
So let me say let me read in your hearing what Nuhu Ribadu says on behalf of the president. And this was reported 2 days ago. Nigeria's economy improving. Better days are ahead. This is a statement credited to the presidency. Nuhu Ribadu spoke at a graduation ceremony for the Executive Intelligence Management Course 17 at the National Institute for Security Studies in Abuja on Saturday. He says, and I quote, "Things are happening in our country today. People may not like us. They probably will disagree with one or two, but fundamentally, things are changing and Nigeria will change." The president highlighted the complexities of addressing Nigeria's economic challenges, but assures Nigerians of brighter days ahead. The economy is changing. Very tough, very difficult, very huge challenges we're facing, but I can assure you, better days ahead, end quote. He reaffirms his administration is committed to ensuring security and stability in Nigeria and, of course, within our borders. If you're a bad man, whether you are inside Nigeria or outside, you are in trouble. We will go after you. We will bring you to justice. So bad men in Nigeria, beware. But I guess this afternoon on Open Thought Tuesday.
This was Shiva.
I guess
they play.
I guess this afternoon, let's attempt to define poverty. I think the government isn't quite defining it properly, and they only take into consideration those who are those. I don't even know who
less privileged now.
Maybe less privileged is for certain one.
Yeah,
but who is the privileged in Nigeria?
Who is privileged now?
All right, welcome 0201. Because that's the confusion. Every time I report the news to you, and I hear the government talk about poverty, I think they're referring to people who are uneducated, who don't use smartphones, people who don't have the internet. Honestly, I keep wondering who's defining poverty and on whose behalf. So it gets me confused because I feel they are not necessarily defining the Nigerian society. There is a gulf between what they comprehend as poverty and what the Nigerian reality is. I mean, you have to think about this administration stepping into power. And one of the many things they wanted to do at the beginning was to distribute 8,000 naira to Nigerians. And so in my head, I'm thinking, even on behalf of the people for whom they thought 8,000 naira was something, what can 8,000 naira do? And then they withdrew that and then came up with, okay, maybe 8,000 is too small. Then they came up with 25,000 naira. Have you gone from, where do you live?
I live on Lagos Ibadan Expressway.
How much does it cost to transport yourself from home to work?
3,000 naira on a good day. In fact, sorry, let me calculate that. That's 200 from my house, 200 to the bus stop, then 700 to another bus stop, then 2,000 naira if they are nice from the park that brings me to VI. We've calculated how much now? 27 plus 2. That's like 29. I'm coming and I'm not done, no. Then you now use 200 or 300 to get to the office. So that's basically 3,000 naira.
So is this 3,000 back and forth or 3,000 one way?
Coming alone, 3,000 naira. You're going back, another story entirely.
So let's talk then. How do we define poverty? 020127709993, 020146579190, and 08095975805. After our first conversation, we segue into a conversation we kicked off last week, which is for Nigerian prostitutes and their association, Sex Workers Association of Nigeria, seeking authorities, or I'll say law enforcement agencies, to protect their interests, protect them from harassment and intimidation. Well, last week I had Puritans call the show and spoke about morality instead of the topic. Well, we're going to repeat it today, but I can't guarantee the outcome. We'll be right back.
More talk, news, and sports after this. 5 years of getting young boys and girls off the streets with football at their feet, giving them a platform of expression and education. But we are not done yet. Introducing Cohesion Football Tournament 6.0. Lagos, Nigeria. Get ready for a grassroots football tournament that makes all the difference, as 40 male teams and 4 female teams will battle for a chance to become champions. Date 17th and 18th December 2024. Venue Union Bank Stable, Surulere, Lagos. Media partners Super Sports, Nigeria Info, and Kids FM. For sponsorship inquiries and partnership, please call 0808 2665-717. Sponsors Nortina, Firewood Jollof, Shredder Gang, Refreshed by Milo. Headline sponsor Viva Detergent. Cohesion Football Tournament. The youth, the stars, the future.
For a long time, a true legend has been living amongst us, and it's time to celebrate him. Join us and other integrated marketing communications industry leaders and titans as we honor Dr. Abiodun Olushino Shubanjo, a visionary, pathfinder and pioneer who has redefined the Nigerian advertising ecosystem for many years. It will be an evening of tributes and crowning of excellence. Date is Tuesday, 17th of December, 2024. Venue is Ajapri Central Hall, Muson Center, Unikon, Lagos. Time 4 p.m. Be a part of history. Reserve your seat today and witness a legacy that continues to inspire. For inquiries and confirmations, please contact Jumoke on 002 1199 222.
Success is like a big mansion. You only see the magnificent edifice, not the strong foundation that holds it. Likewise, in the world of e-payments, you only see transactions done and funds remitted. But who pioneered these financial technology solutions? Well, you knew it as ValuePad, now Unified Payments, Nigeria's premier financial technology service provider. Yes, it starts here. Find out more at www.up-ng.com.
Unified Payments. Innovations that work for you.
Africa's home of creators, Cloud Africa, presents to you from the streets of Nigeria to the whole wide world. It's the Cloud Talk Concert Trench Talk Festival. Featuring the incredible DJ YK Mule. His music to the world by storm. It's Cash Coming. Also featuring Ladies Man Sade. And the king of the streets, Batman Nico. Cloud Talk Concert, Trench Talk Festival is taking place on the 17th of December 2024 at the Balmoral Convention Center, VI. Time 5 p.m. Get your free tickets now at cloudstalkconcerts.com. This event is proudly brought to you by Action Bitters. Cloud Talk Concert. Talk just got lit.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
Your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
If news is your quest or gist your request, well, somewhere over your rainbows.
Over your rainbow.
Is the sunny side.
They better know it.
With Joyce. We're like gold diggers, tunneling through the mishaps and the handicaps.
I don't know what to cook for them. I don't know what to give them to eat. That is the issue at hand as I speak right now.
In the name of the good, we hope to earn the truth and be worth our weight in salt.
Every night, every lad and there would hear 1 million boys, 2 million boys, 3 million boys. If for one people wouldn't have no money. They're supposed to plan it to go where people can follow you. Everybody can follow you. Both the rich and those poor.
The Sunny Side with Joyce.
The Sunny Side with Joyce.
Weekdays 12 to 3 p.m. on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
You're the number one station of the year. Lagos number one station for talk. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk. It's 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock.
The news update on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
An NGO, Socioeconomic Rights and Accountability Project, and the Nigerian Guild of Editors are calling for the immediate release of all journalists, bloggers, human rights defenders, and activists detained solely for the peaceful exercise of their human rights and legitimate work. This includes activist Dele Farutimi, who is currently facing criminal defamation and cybercrime charges. Serap and the Guild made the call while expressing concerns over the growing intimidation and harassment of media professionals, human rights defenders, and activists. And speaking at a press conference, General Secretary of the Nigerian Guild of Editors, Dr. Iyobosa Owujaren, also urged the National Assembly to drop any social media or other bill that could restrict freedom of expression, media freedom, and undermine the enjoyment of these rights in Nigeria. In the same vein, former chairman of Nigeria's National Human Rights Commission, Professor Chidi Odinkalu, is advocating for the implementation of effective mechanisms to handle corruption cases in Nigeria. Odinkalu believes that the repatriation of illegal assets can only be achieved through strategic reforms. The human rights activist emphasized that recovering Africa's wealth and reinvesting it in the continent's future will foster legitimacy and sustainable development. He made these remarks at an event tagged Engaging Young Stakeholders in Attaining Global Cooperation in the Fight Against Corruption and Repatriation of Illicit Assets, organized by the HIDA Resource Center as part of the commemoration of International Anti-Corruption Day. For his part, chairman of the HIDA Resource Center, Olariwaju Suraju, lamented that those involved in corruption are actively recruiting new members. Suraju explained that the goal of the event is to encourage younger Nigerians to join the fight against corruption. Moving on, Vice President Kashim Shettima has assured Nigerians that President Bola Tinubu is committed to tackling the challenges of migration. Shettima made this statement at the 10th Annual National Migration Dialogue themed Beyond Borders, celebrating migrants' legacy, protecting their rights, that took place at the Presidential Villa, Abuja. He reiterated that the federal government remains resolute in addressing migration challenges. Shettima also praised the contributions of Nigerian immigrants to the global economy, highlighting that Nigeria accounts for the highest diaspora remittances in West Africa. During the forum, the Vice President responded to comments made by the leader of the United Kingdom's Conservative Party, Kemi Badenoch, about Nigeria. He criticized Badenoch for her disparaging remarks about Nigeria. For context, Lagos, Badenoch had previously described Nigeria as a living hell, where she claimed to have had to walk 1 mile to get running water, among other things. And finally, the Southeast Caucus in the Senate is advocating for broader consultations on the tax reform bills. The leader of the caucus, Senator Eyinaya Abaribe, stated that while Southeast senators are not opposed to the bills, they insist on extensive stakeholder consultations before any final decisions are made in both chambers of the National Assembly. Meanwhile, a former member of the House of Representatives, Bernard Miko, has accused northern governors of opposing the tax reform bill due to the presidency being held by a southerner. Speaking on Nigeria Info's Hard Facts with Marianne Okon, Miko claimed that northern governors are playing politics with the bill, unnecessarily delaying its passage rather than focusing on the nation's collective interest. The former lawmaker is now calling for a referendum to remove taxation from the exclusive list if lawmakers continue resisting reforms to the tax system. And the final of Season 8 of Nigeria Info's I Beg to Differ debate tournament takes place on Thursday starting at 3 p.m. That's the news update this hour, Lagos. Thanks for your time. I am Yvonne Ohaifo, and this is 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Different ideologies.
I have 3 kids, 2 boys and a girl. My daughter is giving me hell. What happened? She always go out with friends. I put her in a place of where she's left.
If news is your quest, or gist your request, well, somewhere over your rainbows.
Over your rainbow.
Is the sunny side.
They better know it.
With Joyce.
Mark your calendars for December 12th, 2024. It's Sip Sip Hooray! The ultimate karaoke showdown is here, featuring Eniolua, Falagade Banks, Peller, Simisanya, and Kenny Black. Sing your heart out, bring your A game, and compete for the 1 million Naira grand prize. It's all happening at the Clubhouse Landmark Towers, Oniru, Lekki. A night of karaoke fun and pure excitement awaits. This isn't just a party, it's your chance to shine and win big. Sip Sip Hooray is brought to you by Teaser's Cocktail Drinks. Premium vibes only in Lagos. Don't miss it. December 12th, 2024. Sip Sip Hooray, where Lagos turns up.
We're 99.3. This is Nigeria Info, 5 minutes past 1 p.m. Compliments of the season to you. My name's Joyce, and Kemi has information for us.
Yes, Lagos. For a long time, a true legend has been living among us, and it's time to celebrate him. Join us and other industry leaders and titans as we honor Dr. Abiodun Olushino Shobanjo, a visionary, a pathfinder, and a pioneer who has redefined the Nigerian advertising ecosystem for many years. It will be an evening of tributes and crowning of excellence when December 17th and where prestigious Musin Center Agip Recital Hall, Onikon, Lagos. Time is 4 p.m. Be part of history. Reserve your seats today and witness a legacy that continues to inspire. For inquiries and confirmations, please contact Jumoke on 0802 1199 222 0802 1199 222. Yes, so the venue is Musin Center Ajib Recital Hall, Onikon, Lagos.
What's the time?
4 p.m.
All right. Compliments of the season to you all Nigerians, and welcome to Nigeria Info. We're defining poverty, good Lord. Hold on a second, just before we even go there. Because I'm curious. I want to find out. The government reported 25 million Nigerians.
Oh.
So I don't know if it's a 25 million Nigerians thus far or 25 million Nigerians earmarked for 25,000 Nigerian naira. Remember, October, the federal government said that 25 million Nigerians have so far benefited from the 25,000 conditional transfer. And so it seems as though you've gotten it. 0201 2770 993 0201 465 7190. Nigeria Info, welcome. Good afternoon to you. Thank you very much for being here.
Yeah, Joyce, good afternoon.
Thank you so much for being here. Well,
Baby,
Good afternoon.
go ahead.
good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Joyce, yesterday I was at the market. You know the smallest packet salt pack?
Yes.
Salt?
Buy
Salt.
50 naira.
Yes.
It's 200 naira.
I figured.
The groundnut oil, Kemi mentioned, that ever bottle.
Yes.
You know the smaller size? That one is 4,000.
4,000.
Or 4,000 something like
Smaller
that.
size.
So, Joyce, I don't know. We're in trouble. Oh. Hello, Joyce.
Is that wait? Is that
She's in
75?
shock.
Is that 75 ml? Is that you're talking about 75 ml?
Yes. Yes. 4,000 naira, if not more. He's even saying
Joyce, we're in
4,000
trouble.
something.
I'm telling you.
How do we now define poverty? Because the government keeps assuming that those who are poor are those who don't have smartphones, who don't call radio.
I don't know how they
who
solve it in throwing all these things on us and we absorb it. The woman in London said something. The vice president is trying to. Why do we always deceive ourselves? That is the truth.
Yeah.
They said the truth.
I think that the government
it's
doesn't fully
bad here.
grasp what we're talking about.
It's like we're not living in the same Nigeria.
I don't know. The vice president, go and check the environment where that guy lives. What I'm saying, check. Why are they like this? This is mere wickedness.
Have you gotten
I go
have
to
you
my
gotten the 25,000 naira conditional transfer? Did you receive any 25,000 with your name on it?
Look, just for me, I don't have one. But for this government, anything this government want to give out, count me out first. I'm ready to smoke, is it Gary or what they call that thing?
Okay. All right. I
That
guess
to get anything from this set of people, how did you get there? They will never get it right. I'm telling you. Nigerians, I'm happy with what is going on. It's only the killing that is going on. That is what is paining me. You still see Nigerians giving these people a thumbs up.
Thank you for calling. I appreciate.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, if you have just tuned into Nigeria Info, welcome. I'm persuaded that the meaning of poverty in Nigeria is not captured by the Nigerian government. And we just really have to look at a reality to arrive at a definition. So remember, we're trying to define poverty. 2024 definition of poverty in Nigeria. Because I don't understand the government, and every time I'm reporting the news, it leaves me confused and honestly half-spirited because I really don't want to talk about it. And then I have to talk about it, but I have to force myself to work with their interpretations. But when I look at their interpretations and I look at what the figures say when you go to market with money, it's not the same thing. Welcome to Nigeria Info.
Good afternoon, John.
Thank you for being on the sunny side. It's Open Thought Tuesday.
This is Malik speaking.
Welcome, Malik.
Joyce, do you know that in Nigeria we live a fake life?
Well,
Mostly
I don't
you
know
hear
what
this
that
word, it is well. When you are sick, it is well. When you're hungry, I am satisfied. Is that not fake? You now say God come and do it for you. Joyce.
What does poverty mean today in Nigeria?
No, I'm coming. Because we lie to ourselves, we don't agree, we are hungry. Joyce, I am hungry. I am hungry. But people will tell you it is well. When the reality is there on your face, common toothpaste, how much is it? Toothpaste, how much is it?
I don't. How much is it? Because at this point we need to know how much it is. Because when the government you don't use toothpaste anymore.
No, no. The popular one has a red color. That was formerly 600, 700. It's now 1,000 plus.
Yeah.
If you want to buy those big ones, 4,700, 5,000 something amount of money for paste. Look at your noodles.
Hey, Jesus.
Oh wait, I don't know. I don't eat it.
No, let's
3,000. That was 3,000 for a carton before.
Oh no.
I don't. What is it now? I don't know.
8 plus.
8 plus.
8,000 plus.
Just listen to this now. The government is living denial. How much is bag of cement? 9,500.
Yeah, maybe bag of cement is for people who have money. Like I want to define poverty. I don't understand how they define poverty.
Because we live in denial, we tell ourselves lies.
All right.
So the government has a mind to tell you things to make you feel everybody's comfortable. Because we have this mind, this wicked thing to get to my turn, I will do worse than the other person. That is why we don't want to stand for our rights.
Okay, thank you very much for calling. I do appreciate it. You're on the sunny side. We're Nigeria Info. We're trying to define poverty in the Nigerian context. I'd like to know how you would define it because I don't know that the government is defining poverty in the way that it captures your reality. Hello, welcome to the sunny side.
Joyce, good afternoon.
Thank you so much for calling.
Ziggy is my name.
welcome,
from
Ziggy.
Ajawese.
Thank you so much, Ziggy.
Joyce,
Mm.
if you ask me to define poverty, I will say poverty is a man without no idea.
Ideas.
Yes, that is a poor man. How can somebody be in the seat of power and for him to eradicate poverty is to give 8,000 naira to his subjects?
He withdrew that, and then they're giving 25. So I want to know if you have received at least a 25,000.
I cannot receive for crying out. I am the one to give them because I'm giving them free ideas because they lack ideas. So they are poor. They are very poor in mind. They are very poor, whichever way they want to look at it. They are the poor people here. Do you know why I said so?
I understand why you would
don't have
say
a
that.
sleep. The people who they are even thinking they are the poorest of the poor have good sleep. The people who they think that they are the poorest of the poor can move freely. The people who they think that they are poorest of the poor are raising their children happily. But them who think they are something which they are nothing, absolute nothing, they are very apprehensive. They cannot move from point A to point B happily. They cannot even sleep well at night. The wealth they think they are amassing, they are even afraid of their children because they are going into all sorts of drugs. So they are the people who are poor here.
All right.
Do you understand me?
Well,
because how can you are in the state of power? You are the corridors of power that to better the life of the people. You are there amassing wealth. That you are the poor person here because you are insane. That's why I'm seeing it.
Okay, I can appreciate
the person is insane for crying out loud.
Okay, thank you.
So that's why I'm seeing it. They are the poor people here, not
Thank
the
you.
Nigerian people. They are the poor people, those who think that they are something. They are nothing.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. If you have received a conditional transfer, I would like to know what your income is and how the government found you worthy of it. Because I'm honestly confused. Nigeria Info, you on the sunny side. We're trying to define poverty.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you. Welcome.
My radio is off, Auntie.
Oh, good. Yeah, thank you. I don't like that echo.
You said we should define poverty, and I want you to follow me around this afternoon. Nigerian government policies are making the citizens to feel inferior. I called the chicken today for one daughter. 25,000 naira because the whole water is closing down because of no corn to produce the feeding. Are you hearing me?
Yes.
Now, half 1.5 liter 3,000. Onions, will be like a small, like a machine plug head, 500. Me, when I have confusion, where I manage my eye, where I chop on out, I don't know what I will do again. Until Tinubu receive back idealists and unconventional policies. That's what we go do.
Yeah, but how would you now define poverty? Because they tend to only
what I want to
capture.
define, I'm not defining the poverty now. I'm defining the poverty as a contractor and food in children from top to private school in Nata and now send them to public school because you don't get contract. They don't have to pay their tire.
Yeah.
Are you hearing me?
Yeah.
So for having told us those that is going to 400 million people,
Yeah.
Poverty within 10 years. Now it's 5 years. What we are hearing, that is about I have patience. I see your pain. They tested me last year and last week that they want to give me 70,000 from APC. I should text another number. I said, if you test me,
really?
by the time I go invoke out of who can be pregnant.
Okay.
Who says so much? So the Tinubu is a mistake to Nigeria because we are dying.
Okay. 99.3 Nigeria Info, the sunny side. Welcome if you have just tuned in. For what it's worth, I think the Nigerian people need to define their situation so that we can see whether the government truly captures poverty in the Nigerian context. Kemi, you said you received a message about
I did.
what?
I would even try to look for the message. To be
Okay.
honest. I want
We're
to look
live
for the message
streaming.
so I
We're
can
on
read it.
YouTube, and I would love whether it's your scientific or economic definition of poverty, because the government keeps referring to, it seems as though when they make plans, they're capturing whether it's illiterates or subliterates or people in the hinterlands or in the villages. I'm not sure who they capture. But when you look at your money every time you go to the Nigerian market, you are threatened with poverty. So I'm wondering how poverty is defined. So I'm hoping that the Nigerian people can at least attempt to define poverty this afternoon so that every time we have to talk about a government policy, we just practically superimpose that definition on the policy, because every time the government speaks, you can feel the separation, one reality from the other. The sunny side. Well, Nigeria Info, good afternoon to you. Thank you very much for being here.
Good afternoon, my sister Joyce.
Thank you for calling. Tell us your name.
Yeah, well done, ma. In fact, I'm just listening to the program right from the beginning. In this country, it's only God. Even God have saved us, but we did not save ourselves. Those people that are on the top official, those people that in this higher seat, they did not consider the poor at all. See what has happened this morning.
If you say they don't consider the poor, who's the poor? Can you define that at this point? Because I don't understand.
Even when you are asking that,
who's the poor?
Can define the poor. Yeah. I was even look the word that I will use. I don't even see it.
Wow.
I can't find it. See, mommy, I went to the market. I withdraw 7,000 naira. I went to the market to go and buy something. When I buy something, just a little things like even to buy fish, my money cannot reach to buy fish. It's just money food though. Because the children did not go to school this time again. You understand? Just 7,000, I cannot be able to buy fish. Ordinary panla, I cannot be able to buy it.
You took 7,000 to the market. What did you want to cook? Like a small soup, right? Like
just small things, just a breakfast.
Oh.
The food cannot even reach to afternoon.
How many children do you have?
Ma?
How many children do you have? How many kids do you have?
I have 4.
And just for breakfast, 7,000 could barely cover breakfast.
I'm telling you the truth.
So there's no lunch, so there's going to be dinner. And so if we're on average, if it's 10,000
I'm just telling you the truth. You see, do you know what marvels me? When we are eating, I had dog that I'm used to train. When we are eating, I was looking at my dog. I said, see, money that I used to buy food for this dog again, there is no money. Food I was eating, my dog was looking at me. The food that I will eat, I'll just give the dog.
Okay.
You understand?
It's not even funny.
It's not.
In fact,
I laugh at the market and they wonder why I'm laughing.
Even if, as I am like this, if possible that I just consider my life, but let me go back to village. I consider the motor that I will transport me from here to my own state. Look at it. From here to before it was 3,500, but now it's 35,000 naira.
All right.
How can you, like a poor man now, how can you transport yourself? You even say that you want to go back to your village. How can you transport yourself down to village? With your family. It's another problem.
Thank you.
Things are happening, man. Thank you.
Who's the government governing when they say poor, and who is the poor? I guess first we have to define poverty. The sunny side. Welcome to Open Thought Tuesday. Yeah, Nigeria Info. So good to have you join the conversation.
Thank you, man. The government,
What's your name?
Know poverty.
What's your name?
Poverty is they don't know the meaning of poverty.
I mean, you would know your name even if we're talking about poverty.
My name is Aloy, calling from Esala.
Thank you. Go ahead.
They don't understand. Because they don't experience poverty. They don't know what they mean by poverty. So if their job is calling poverty because people are mentioning poor, people are poor, they don't understand that people are poor. That is what. So
what does it mean in your reality? What can that mean? What does it mean today?
Poverty means someone who, when things are becoming too hard, when things we can't be able to afford even a square meal. Like last call I was saying that his dog is you no longer have food to eat. I think I suggest for him to kill the dog and eat instead of dog to bite him off. It's better to kill the dog and eat.
Yeah, but you see, that's probably food for a week. You know, it's not like kill the dog and eat and you're fed for 6 months. So if you even kill the dog and eat it, well, that's probably for a month if you don't eat too much.
That is animal cruelty.
Exactly what I'm saying. The government said, I give people 5,000, 15,000, 20,000, which they too cannot use it for their breakfast. It's not enough for their breakfast. And then you say you share rice, you give them rice, you give them get bags of rice, you give them 5 kg, and when you get there, you see 1 derica of rice, even if I thought you see. You want the of rice for someone, only one person or two person can eat in one meal, and that's the end of it. So they don't know what they have subjected us to this level, and that's why they are messing us up.
Thank you.
DJ, thank you for good work you are doing.
Thank you so much for calling. It now appears as though the poverty is infringing on the humanity because you're talking about animal cruelty. It's like, well, maybe the man has to stay alive first.
So he has to kill.
And then...
whatever it is.
Okay. I'm really trying not to put ideas in your head, really, because that was like... So there's a...
Joyce, noodles changed in a week. What am I saying? I think was it a week or 2 weeks? So it grew gradually. So we were making a joke in the passage, and someone was talking about eggs. He says every time he goes to buy eggs, he's like, he smells at the man smells, say, okay, no be my fault too. So how much don't climb now? Okay, that's 200 though. Or yeah, bring one crate. I even buy half crate. So every time I'm going to do I say, man, as 150 climbed it again, I have to ask her so that I know.
So it seems as
so
though...
it's like every week, 100 naira is climbing it, 150 is climbing it. This noodles shocked me. It was 2 weeks ago. And I went there and the one said, is it 5 now? From 7,200. Of which that 7,200 was 4,000 something. So it just kept on going. Now noodles, a carton of noodles will soon become 10,000. Let's just be watching. Who is it to buy cement?
And what, eat it?
I don't know. Maybe I don't really know what we'll do the cement with. I'm confused. I'm as confused.
If you have just tuned in, welcome to 99.3 Nigeria Info is open for Tuesday. And I think we need to define poverty because for the longest time, the government has been defining poverty for Nigerians, but I'm persuaded that they omit your reality. I don't know if it's deliberate that they skip your difficulty or your hardship. Now they're talking about reforms, and an aspect of the reform will be highlighted when we return, because now we're off on a break. We'll be right back.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We'll be right back.
Lagos, get ready! Mark your calendars. December 12th, 2024. It's time to sip, hooray! The ultimate karaoke showdown is here. You don't want to miss this. Olagade Banks, Speller, Niolua, Kenny Black, and the one and the only Simisaya in the building. It's a party like no other. Get ready to sing your heart out and compete for the grand prize of 1 million naira. Grab the mic, show your vocal skills, and claim the crown. Who's got what it takes to bring the heat? It's Sip Hooray, Lagos. We're turning up December the 12th, 2024. All happening at the Clubhouse, Landmark Towers, Oniru, Lagos. Don't miss the karaoke battle of the air. Hosted by the one and the only Bella, Eniolua, Simisaya, Kenny Blacks. Brought to you by Teasers. Cocktail drinks, premium vibes only in Lagos. Sip Hooray, where Lagos turns up.
Apostle Paul declared,
I have fought the good fight. I have finished the race. I have kept the faith. 2 Timothy 4:7.
Now it's your time. Will you rise to the challenge?
Come and answer God's call at the Redeemed Christian Church of God 2024 Holy Ghost Congress. Tagged Onward Christian Soldiers from December 9th to 14th, 2024.
Venue kilometer 46 Lagos Ibadan Expressway. Time 6 p.m. daily.
Pastor E.A. Adeboye and other anointed men of God will be ministering.
Don't miss your chance to get battle ready.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We are back.
We're back on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
If news is your quest or gist your request, well, somewhere over your rainbows.
Over your rainbow.
Is the sunny side.
They better know it.
With Joyce.
We're back. 99.3 Nigeria Info. 27 minutes past 1 p.m. on the clock. And I'm still having my little glitch. So if you're not hearing the Nigeria Info FM theme song, it's because I'm really having a glitch. But if you trust me, then allow me. Oh, wait, is that information? Well, yeah. So I'm going to intend to serenade you with, well, I hope you can truly enjoy the music that just lays a little Yeah. That hums beneath the conversation. First, information that you can use. Kemi, what's up? Kemi microphone.
Okay. Lagos, it's that time of the year again. Cody and the Kids is back. So come Sunday, December 15th, 2024, it will be fun, unlimited, culture at its best. Cody and the Kid Christmas Culture Carnival. Okay, that's what it is. It's happening December 15th. It's featuring cultural performances, electrifying games, exciting playthings, music, comedy, dance, and lots more. It's a time for families to relax and unwind after a long, hard year. So do not miss it, okay? The date again is December 15th. Venue is the Stable Union Bank Complex, Bode, Thomas Sulere. Time is 12 noon to 6 p.m. For tickets, sponsorships, and inquiries, you can call the number 0806 271 0485. 0806 271 0485. Or you can send a WhatsApp message only to the number 0802 752 0884. 002 752 0884. Follow us on Instagram at Cody and the Kids or Cody the Coordinator on Instagram. Okay, that's at Cody and the Kids or Cody the Coordinator on Instagram. Cody and the Kids Christmas Carnival was supported by Kellogg's, Ole Bags, In and Out Entertainment, and House Creative Media.
Creators presents from the Hey there, Lagos! Africa's home of creators presents from the streets of Nigeria to the world. It's Clout Talk Concert, Trench Talk Festival, featuring the incredible YK Mule, whose beats have taken the world by storm. Also performing Cash Coming, Sade, and the king of the streets, Badman Nico. Date December 17th, 2024. Time 5 p.m. Venue Balmoral Convention Center, Victoria Island. Get your free tickets now at cloudtalkconcerts.com. Proudly brought to you by the Action Bitters. Cloud Talk Concerts. Talk just got in.
All right, so now I'm trying to figure out, there's a message Kemi shared with me. Welcome, it's Open Thought Tuesday. A text message she got for being a supporter of the APC, and she's awarded some financial incentive. Yeah. Congratulations to you, Kemi.
Thank you.
Except that Kemi doesn't trust it. So I'm trying to call the number. I don't. You say your mom also got the same message?
Same message. So I wasn't the only one. I think one of my brothers got it.
So so we think this is a fraud.
Yeah, apparently I think the number switched off. One of them tried to call it one time.
Okay, so we're going to try to call the number. I'd like to call the number and find out how much is it again?
89,000. Oh. Sorry, 86,890 naira.
Kemi may be a
what?
Well, so we're going to try to get the number. We'll try call the number, and if you have received the same message, I guess we can all find out how to get that money. Should I be the one to speak, or would you be the one to speak?
Oh, I can speak.
Oh, okay.
But you don't look like someone that needs 86,000. I'll speak it.
Okay, good.
I'll do the speaking.
So, Lakers, we'll call the number. In the meantime, we're trying to define poverty on the sunny side. Welcome. Now, the government says there's a possibility of increasing VAT next year on luxury goods, and my confusion is, who defines these things? So luxury goods, champagne, beer. I know poor people drink beer. Are they going to be paying extra tax for that? Phones, gadgets.
No.
Yeah, but so when they say the basic goods for the poor, you would not be paying VAT. I think that's a brilliant idea. Honestly, I must give it to the government. But how are we defining poverty? Because it seems as though by the time the government is just taking rice and beans into consideration, and the broader implication of how the policy affects your life is, I don't know, it's not fully in context of the definition. We're talking Nigeria Info. Hello, welcome to the show. How are you?
Hello.
Thank you so much for calling. Welcome. Nigeria Info's Open Thought Tuesday. Good afternoon.
Patrick is calling from Okota.
Welcome, Patrick.
Yes. You are asking us to define the meaning of poverty
in Nigerian context.
In Nigerian context.
Yeah.
We became associated with poverty right from 2015 when the last regime under Buhari took over. And Nigerian nation was declared the poverty capital of the world.
There you go.
Then there was finance minister. There was minister for humanitarian affairs and poverty alleviation. The question we keep asking, how is this poverty alleviation being defined by the minister? Someone who collects salary, heads a ministry. Poverty is everywhere. And his job is to alleviate poverty. And he earns money. He goes much official entourage and here and there, and he gives a very smooth report about Nigeria. APC is fraud in itself, in a context. That is how we define poverty in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Because they came with poverty, with propaganda, with no idea on how to lead us out of poverty. So they themselves, they are poverty definition. APC is poverty definition by my own context.
Yeah. Thank you very much for calling. 99.3 Nigeria info, you on the sunny side.
Good afternoon, Joyce.
Thank you so much for calling. Tell us your name and you can go ahead.
You have Emmanuel on the line.
Welcome, Emmanuel.
Joyce, it's terrible. Defining poverty, today, even if you earn 200,000 a month, I think you are poor. Because sometimes I do earn perhaps even more than that, and I can't meet up with some responsibility. Because the price of things, are not what they used to be. And the painful part of it is that it seems tomorrow will be worse than today. Today we keep saying last year it wasn't like this. Last month it wasn't like this. And probably next year we'll be saying 2024, was even better. So I think the silver bullet to our problem will be our currency. I've said it over and over again that I believe many countries of the world do manipulate their currency. Because the strength of your currency determines the kind of life your citizens will live. The greatest mistake the president did, was that unification of the exchange rate. If you can't secure the borders of Nigeria, that you give an excuse that people are taking petrol out of the country, I think you should be able to secure the borders of CBN. It should be more easier to secure the borders of CBN so that you will be able to curb the fraud in CBN. Rather than throwing it open and saying, and at the end of the day, your aim, was not even met because today we still have the exchange rate and, the official exchange rate. And so the president did a very, very big mistake. And that is why we are in trouble today. How we are going to navigate out of this, I don't know, Joyce. I
don't think it's a mistake if it's deliberate. He hasn't admitted mistake.
If you ask the president today, I know on camera, on book, he's probably going to tell you it's not a mistake. But off record, all of them know within the hierarchy of power that is a big mistake.
You're speaking for them. They haven't admitted it.
I'm not speaking for them.
Well, I
know how their mindset works.
Well,
they are going
I want you to speak for yourself. Believe me, because you would think that if it were a mistake, then something would have been done to cushion it. So we're talking about poverty today, and I like something that you said. You are saying that it appears as though it would be worse tomorrow, right? Well, they don't appear to really be threatened by that concern. So I don't see why you're giving them a credit that they haven't quite earned.
Because they know we largely have people who are on our way.
You even have to understand, I'm asking us to define poverty because it does quite appear that they do not even comprehend what poverty is in Nigeria. So to speak for them is as though you want to make an excuse for them.
You know why they sit down and feel unconsigned to some extent?
Oh, you think so?
Because they know that the people are docile. That's why. They know the people are docile. If they knew they were governing people who are very aware, who are sophisticated, who reason, logically, they won't take us for a ride this much.
Do you suppose that your life could be harder by 2025, even though you're an income earner? And by the government's definition, it doesn't quite appear that they're even targeting a 200,000 naira earning Nigerian.
For Emmanuel from Epe, I know things will be tougher, and I'm preparing. I already prepared for it. That is my mindset.
Thank you very much for calling.
Yeah, thank you.
I have a question. economically, how do you prepare for it? Because, it's one thing to say, I know things will get worse and I'm preparing for it. So is it more like I'm bracing for impact? Which is, I know I have to cut down the amount of rice I consume, amount of beans I consume. Maybe I'm going to get on a health journey. Instead of complaining about poverty, I'll just make it a health walk. So I'll say, no more oil in my food, so I don't have to buy it. I won't eat. I'll say, well, I'm cutting off bread from my diet, so I don't have to buy it. I'm going to eat once a day, so I don't have to spend money on food twice a day. When you say brace up, what do you mean? The Sunny Side. It's Open Thought Tuesday. We're trying to define poverty. 38 minutes past 1 p.m. My name's Joyce on the Sunny Side. Hello, welcome to Nigeria Info.
Hello.
Turn off the volume of your radio set. You're on the Sunny Side. We're in Nigeria Info. Hello.
Hi, Jill.
Thank you for calling. Tell us your name. Go ahead.
I'm Mrs. Obole calling from Ikorodu. What is poverty? Lady J, well, I simply feel this government is indeed weaponizing poverty to make the people subservient. Of course, what is the essence of a reform when it's not reforming the average man? Poverty to me simply means you look at your children in the morning, you can't feed them. And even if you have a meager sum, it won't even go anywhere when you take it to the market. You gather maybe an average of 10K, and when you come back from the market, that money cannot buy anything at all. You just come back with barely a nylon bag.
On average, as a woman, how much do you spend on cooking every day? Average.
On cooking every day.
Feeding, yeah.
Morning, afternoon, or evening, Lady J.
I don't know how you feed. At this point, you could be on a health walk.
So rather than eat 3 times, now it is 2 times.
Okay.
Now, average 10,000. And you see that 10,000. Before it will remain for the next meal, you have to make sure you are very, very careful. You portion it properly. Else, it will not even remain.
So can I say 10,000 times 7 days? Can I do that?
10 to 12,000 times 7 days, yes, you can. Yes.
Okay, so if I say 10,000 times 7 days a week, right? So that's like 70,000.
Yeah. Yes.
In a month, we have to do 70,000 times 4. Is that
Exactly.
correct, or am I exaggerating this?
You are not. You're on point.
So, on average, as a Nigerian, on food, you're spending about 250,000 a month.
Oh, yes, Lady J. Okay. Or even more than that.
Or even more than that. So, do you think the government, do you think this is poverty in you by your judgment? Because I don't think the government is targeting people like you when they say poverty.
Now, that's what begs for questioning. I love this question you just asked me. They're not targeting people like me. Who exactly are they targeting? Lady J, ordinarily, that money you just mentioned would have been okay. But now, even when you take that meager amount, it's not a meager amount because it's not going to even buy anything. I would say, who am I talking about now? I'm part of them, but for now, let me even channel my worry now to those who are living with disabilities, Lady J. You and I can still go out to hustle one way or the other and gather that little sum I'm telling you about. But for those living with one disability or the other, who is capturing them? Who is attending to them? Who is sorting them? How will this season, or even in the past, how will they live? Lady J, on a daily basis, I know of about 5 to 6 people that are living with disabilities that reach out to me and say, I try to call on Nigeria Info, I don't have access because before I make that call, those who are not blind, who can hear properly, have called in and they grab the money and I don't even know how to. Can you please help me? And I ask myself, who is capturing these people, Lady J? Nigeria Info is just a corporate organization. You do your bit. But what is the government doing about this same people living with disabilities that don't have access to calling radio stations like yours, or don't have access to speaking to government, Lady J? Who is talking to them? Who is capturing the poorest of the poor living amongst us? How will Christmas look for them and their children and their families? What is the essence of still tasking everybody when you know that the ones you've asked, you've not done anything tangible with the money? Do you understand my grounds here now?
Got it.
That is what I'm talking about, Lady J. People are out there. If people are calling this afternoon to say this is what they are facing, this is what they are passing through, who is targeting the people living with disabilities that have no access to anybody, even on the streets. When you see them, you don't have enough to feed. Talking of giving to that man or that woman begging you for money.
Thank you so much for calling.
It's not for us now.
I appreciate it. Okay, so Lagos, let me ask you then. Spending 280,000 on average on just food alone, do you think that should be categorized under the poverty definition? At this point, I can't even give this government any credit anymore, to be honest, because it's not clear to me what they're trying to do. But do you think someone who's spending 280,000 on food every month should be captured as someone who's within a poverty line? The Sunny Side is Open Thought Tuesday. We're trying to understand poverty because the government has been doing their work of definition. It doesn't quite appear that they fully comprehend how the money against the market works. We're talking on the Sunny Side. Welcome to Nigeria Info. It's good to have you here.
Hey. Hello, Joyce.
Welcome to the Sunny Side. We're Nigeria Info. What's your name?
Good afternoon. This is Usman for Balade.
Thank you very much for calling.
See, I want this question. Do you ever see the youth broom say do better thing for this life? Broom. See, all these APC people, they just come and destroy the country. Look, we were with the people they work. Because me, I'm a taxi driver. So buy 1 liter of oil here now, 1 liter. Because I want to make sure all these
branded ones, okay.
The brand. See, 1 liter now, even the lowest one, we say people don't normally buy it. It's 4,000. It's time for 4,000. 4,000. It's time for 4,000.
I'm with
the
you.
other one is time for 7,000. You understand? See, these people, this APC party, I don't know what to say.
Okay.
Yesterday, I see the secretary of the government, I've been secretary to the government. He said article should hold on. So they say it's at 31. I don't understand. See, anybody, from any year, for the north or for any year, who will vote out this APC government, vote them out. I will support that person and I will vote for that person.
Do you... Pardon me. Have you received 25,000 naira from the government?
For me, since when I was born, I never received anything for government. Anything. I need to give them. My paper go expire, I will do my paper. My job is go expire, I will do my job. Even where they work with the papers. Who does the government they give me? Tell me, make sure I never, since when I was born, I never take any government sources, government sources. I never even see for face one day.
All right.
And they vote every day. I started voting the second for Professor Joe. That's why I started voting. Today I'm still voting. I never received anything.
All right.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
This APC is all scum. It's good like this. That's what you see. I was telling this to my colleague for my working place. I said, these people, somebody's come saying change. You don't even have the question say, where are we going? This guy, everybody don't follow change. I said everybody will suffer them. Everybody,
all right.
Vote for no vote for them. Vote for APC, no vote for APC. Everybody will suffer them. So next time, if you want to vote, you go share your eye. You never see where they use broom, they do good thing for life. Never where they use broom, they do good thing for life.
All right.
So tell me, see the logo.
I appreciate you.
So everybody, 2027, everybody shine your eye. And me, if I could come outside, me I will vote for article. So make sure say this because the people that can command this APC for power is for the north. Where the north starts, no, but for south, I beg, I'm tired. Let me finish my work.
I totally comprehend it. Thank you so much for calling. 99.3 Nigeria Info. So does anyone think like 250 should be captured under the poverty bracket or definition? The Sunny Side at the volume of whatever that is.
Good afternoon, guys.
Afternoon to you. Thank you. Hold on. It's a little too loud or too airy or I'm not sure. Can you take us off speaker possibly?
Okay, I've done that. Can you hear me clearly now?
All right, yeah. What's your name?
Good afternoon. My name is Emmanuel.
Welcome, Emmanuel. Good afternoon to you.
You're asking a question on radio what poverty is or
yeah, under the Nigerian context, exactly that. How should Nigerians define poverty?
Inability to afford the immediate needs.
Because I don't know what this 25,000 is for.
Yes, inability to afford the immediate needs, in my own perspective, is called poverty. And ability to buy with grumbling is also called poverty. You see, the best life we have ever prayed for in life is, you see how when you go to these big malls and you pick things, you just put them into your cart and you put them and they give you bill, you pay. That is, say you are living that average life.
Sounds like that would be luxury from next year.
Thank you. Then, an ability that if you cannot buy, or you are buying with fear, or checking prices before buying, or looking for how to beat down costs, is abject poverty.
Okay.
All Nigerians, let me just say 80% of Nigerians are living in abject poverty. We are all poor.
Do you think it's up to 80%? Because...
Yes, 80%. The rest, church are still deceiving them that are not poor, in Jesus' name. See, we are all poor. Let me tell you something, Joyce. You see this government, until it gets to the time that you see, and you know how much they sell mattress now? The lowest mattress, the lowest is from 200K, 250K. So we are going back to that stone age. In my place, they used to cut palm tree to do that kind of bed, called aku. So that is the age we are going to. Now, watch out. So many people will travel this December, they will not come back to Lagos.
Now, as a driver,
from Lagos, Abnamadesha roundabout to Abuja is 50,000 naira. As I'm talking to you, it's going to cost me 300,000 naira, me and my two kids, to leave Lagos to Abuja and back for transportation. This is something that has never happened. And you will be shocked that from here to Benin is almost 38,000. And nobody is complaining. See, we are comfortable in our position. Nigerians are the only group of people that when you push them to the wall, they board the wall and wait for you the next page. We are the most fearful set of human beings on earth. And by the time they are done with us, we all face church to go and give somebody the remaining 10% in our pockets. We are the most foolish set of human beings.
Some may say, given that you're a cab driver, you make money. You make money every day. And maybe given what the poverty line is, you make good money.
Joyce, that I'm a cab driver, I make money, fine. But what about those that cannot make that money? Joyce, I know what it costs me. In the company I live, I have a security. If that guy does not eat in a day, in my spirit, I'm dead. It's not just for anything, but in my spirit, I am dead. Because how will I eat and bet, and somebody is yawning for just something that will touch his tongue? See, Joyce, Mrs. Oboli called and was saying something about those living in disability. I beg you in the name of God, if there is an avenue that can be sending recharge card to 200, 5 pieces, so that anybody that can call and just say it's disability, you can just give to us. Because, Joyce, I understand vividly what. Thank God, the only person that has disability that would have touched me to my bone is that guy in Canada now.
The one, the friend,
Yes, that's my best friend, and that's the only guy that has disability. Now, I am looking for them in my church to give out to. Joyce, those people are going through hell.
Do you think you qualify? Do you think? Pardon me. Do you think you fall into the category of the poor in Nigeria?
Yes, I fall into the category of the poor because I am buying with grumble.
Okay.
Yesterday, my daughter's food, I used to buy it for 150 naira, one sachet. Now I buy it for 500 naira. Yesterday, I told my wife, I said, see, look for another food because I will not buy it again. The one I bought was sacrificed. I will not buy it again. If my daughter wants to eat food, go and buy amala. Give her. If she wants to eat another thing, buy rice. I will not, or you cook it in the house. I will not buy those chemi rubbish. And now I've started GMO food, so my wife will not buy it again in Jesus' name.
Oh, wait. So now you've given it a bad name, so you don't buy it anymore.
Yes, I've given it a bad name so that it will die completely in my house. It's a GMO food. I ran one thing that the number was not showing where I told my wife that's the code for GMO. And she said, are you sure? I said, yes, because I cannot buy it again.
Now you're desperate.
You're poverty, and I'm not ready
desperate.
to be part of it.
All right.
So I told you that I will do anything to make money. I will not leave Lagos poor. Mark it, and I will dash you money too, Joyce. I swear.
I don't want blood money, and I don't want your money if it's dirty
money. I will not kill anybody, but the money will come. I'm telling you.
All right.
Joyce, You see that chocolate rare? I will buy for you. Down and close to your office.
All right. I wish you well.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much for calling. Wow. Open Thought Tuesday. The sunny side. Good afternoon to you. Welcome to Nigeria Info.
Yeah, good afternoon, Joyce.
Thank you for calling. What's your name?
My name is Mazuda.
Good. Do you qualify as poor?
You see, I agree with Ziggy, what Ziggy said. Ziggy from, I think, First Start. He said those people that don't know how to live, make things to be okay, they are very poor. Everything, their mental, everything about them is poor. At the same time, the public that don't know how to be free from their problems, what people are doing with them that is wrong, they don't want to take, those people are poor too. So if government give them that, it's okay, because as far as you don't know what to do to get out of problem, you are too poor. Because I don't see the reason why we'll be talking about problem that is easy to get away with. At least now protest works in Nigeria. You can understand that this very last protest for National Assembly because of this very bill they want to pass. At least government had it, and government revised. I'll cool down, start talking about another thing, how to make dialogue over it. Why can't people go out and find out, go to National Assembly? I've been saying it.
So wait, are you saying that the Nigerians are poor because they don't have solutions to their problems?
Yes.
Oh.
If you don't want to be poor, what you are going to do is to go to National Assembly, because they've shown you that protests work. They don't kill anymore. They don't kill the way they kill the other guys at police brutality and people doing kind of hunger protests. They don't kill anymore. Then they don't kill those people not because they are big, because they protest well. Let us go to National Assembly and tell them how to amend the system of Nigeria so that people can pick up people that will do everything for Nigeria, so Nigeria will not be poor anymore.
Thank you.
In as much as these guys are here, they can never give you a chance to be rich. They'll make you poorer. Because I told people at the beginning of this statement, and everybody will be under.
You are listening to your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Africa's home of creators, Cloud Africa, presents to you from the streets of Nigeria to the whole wide world. It's the Cloud Talk Concert, Trench Talk Festival. Featuring the incredible DJ YK Mule. His music to the world by storm. It's Cash Coming. Also featuring Ladies Man Sade. And the king of the streets, Batman Nico. Clouds Talk Concert, Trench Talk Festival is taking place on the 17th of December, 2024 at the Balmoral Convention Center, VI. Time 5 p.m. Get your free tickets now at cloudstalkconcerts.com. This event is proudly brought to you by Action Bitters. Clouds Talk Concert. Talk just got lit.
Who says you can't have it all with one play?
I got that defined boy. You have just won yourself.
Congratulations.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, Melitus. One player, don't turn to two players because you won 20K.
So now you won yourself 20,000 naira.
My name is Well Done.
Okay, well done. You want to tell you, well done. You won yourself 20,000 naira.
With 500 naira, you can play to win big. From 120,000 naira to 190,000 naira daily on Nigeria Info. Go to oneplay.ng and play with 500 naira. And in a few seconds, your ticket is in the draw. Or dial *347 *880 *3#. Win daily on Nigeria Info. 50,000 naira on Morning Crossfire. 60,000 naira on WhatsApp Lagos. 20,000 naira on Sunnyside. And 60,000 naira on Game On. So Lagos, what are you waiting for? The more you play, the better your chances of winning. Remember to dial *347 *880 *3#. Play responsibly. Not suitable for persons under the age of 18.
Ladies and gentlemen, the party you've been waiting for is back. The Life's a Beach Party, the official Dirty December beach party, featuring amazing music performances by Fola, Fido, and also featuring top Nigerian creators. Come and experience Beach Olympics, fashion competitions, and water sports. Life's a Beach Party will take place December the 14th, 2024. Time is 5 p.m. at the Beach Club in Legoshi, Lekki, Lagos. Hurry and register for free at www.teasersparty.com. Life's a Beach is brought to you by Teaser Sparkling Drink. Life's a Beach. Live it up.
Welcome back to your number one talk, news, and sports station. This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
We're 99.3. This is Nigeria Info. 2 minutes, well, actually less than 2 minutes. I want to quickly read a message here. Good afternoon one more time. This is Iruabuchi commenting from London. Poverty in Nigeria context has no dictionary definition because it's now worse than the dictionary meaning. It can be defined as lack in its superlative form, which was captured in the dictionary. A situation of no food and any amenities to support life. Remember, there is no food, no electricity, no roads, nothing. My sister, I'm in the UK. If I take a call from a person in Nigeria, the person on the other side will start crying for you. It's really disheartening, I must say. APC and T-Pain are curses to Nigerians. I guess I may be able to afford one more message. Sir Ken says $250 a month for food for a family is under the poverty line because that comes to about $8,300 a day. Imagine for a family of 6. We're in serious trouble. So imagine someone who's spending $250,000. Sir Ken is saying that that's under the poverty line. All right. 30 seconds away from a commercial break. 99.3 Nigeria Info. We'll be right back. It's Open Thought Tuesday.
And current affairs equal to 99.3 Nigeria Info. Your radio station of the air. Let's talk.
It's 2 o'clock. The headline news on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Vegas, here are the headlines this hour. Justice Marianne Anani of the Federal Capital Territory High Court has refused the bail application filed by former Kogi State Governor Yahaya Bello, while SERAP and the Nigerian Guild of Editors are calling for the immediate release of detained journalists and human rights defenders. National legal practitioner Ridwan Oke is calling for a comprehensive investigation into allegations made by human rights lawyer Dele Farutami against legal luminary Afe Babalola. Meanwhile, a court in Ekiti has granted human rights lawyer Dele Farutami bail. Former National Human Rights Commission Chairman Professor Chidi Odinkalu is advocating the implementation of mechanisms to combat corruption in Nigeria, while the Southeast Caucus in the Senate is calling for broader consultations on the tax reform bills. Former House of Reps member Bernard Miko claims northern governors oppose the tax reform bills because the presidency is not held by a northerner. Meanwhile, the Center for Anti-Corruption and Open Leadership says the new tax reform bills must reflect the principles of equity, justice and fairness. Vice President Kashim Shettima says President Bola Tinubu is committed to addressing migration challenges, while the German president is scheduled to arrive in Nigeria today. Chief of Army Staff Lieutenant General Olufemi Oluyede has promised to explore various means to improve Nigerian security. And the final of Season 8 of Nigeria Info's I Beg to Differ debate tournament takes place on Thursday starting at 3 p.m. Those are the headlines. Thank you for your time, Lagos. You are listening to Joyce's Sunnyside on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
If news is your quest, or gist your request, well, somewhere over your rainbows.
Over your rainbow.
Is the sunny side.
They better know it.
With Joyce. Let's talk.
The Sunny Side, 99.3 Nigeria Info. Compliments of the season to you. Let me see. A few messages here. Welcoming you back. Would you collect yourself so that you can run through some messages for us?
Very much so.
Mary is here from Ejigo. Hello, Mary.
Okay.
I define poverty as the reforms this administration has forced on Nigerians where I can't continue my snacks business and cannot feed my children except with drinking Gary. And Barry, please, people should disregard such texts from your colleagues talking about, or your colleague talking about receiving money. It's a scam. Also worth
Obviously.
Absolutely. If they tell you you've won money,
run, no.
Well, it's a lie. So if you're not calling them to cuss them out, then just ignore. But they're lying.
This person says poverty is an inability not to make basic needs of life essential to life and human dignity. Imagine a driver living in Ikorodu earning 100k and working in VI. He's in extreme poverty level. Our government are far from reality. How many will even receive 25k conditional transfer? 10k can't cook soup for a family of 5.
Even if the driver lived, say, like Lagos Island and worked on the island and was earning 100,000, why are you laughing? I'm serious. So even if you were a stone throw away, except you had to walk home.
You live in Oniru and you trek home.
Even if you live
in Oniru.
Yeah, because you take the same money to the market, right?
Okay.
And from that 100,000, you have to buy a 75 ml bottle of oil for 4,000 plus. You better not have a girlfriend. You can't afford a girl.
What?
Well, you can't afford company. How much more a lover?
Nigerians they're doing it. That's why the government keeps on doing collect.
Oh, well. Oh, you think?
Yeah. When you talk the prostitutes now, you see them. They'll come out.
A few more minutes on this conversation. We're going to the prostitution conversation. And I know that's going to swing low. And away we will go. Oh, I did promise. So a few more conversations on this, and then we'll segue. Good afternoon to you, Nigeria Info. Welcome. We're trying to define poverty.
My name is I'm calling you from Ikorodu.
Thank you so much for calling.
Thank you for this topic, and also thank Ms. Zoboli for even remembering people that are living with disability.
Okay.
Like us. In fact, when we talk of poverty, we are the most vulnerable people.
Yeah.
Because even the small business that we were doing did not even reach us to eat, to feed again. Not even say we that already have children, our children suffer most. Because like now, 2 of my children, one in the higher institution, the 2 are in the higher institution. One decided to do part-time. Can you imagine this girl? They say 30,000. They've been paying her 30,000 up till now. Sometimes you will go home with 28,000 because of tax, and at the end of it all, you will be using 20,000 naira for transport because every day you pay 1,000 naira a day. So you end up with going home with 8,000. So you can see somebody living that type of life. And now even the school fees that he was doing part-time was 69,000. Now they've increased to 144,000. How would that type of a child live a life, 20 years of age? So you now see we that were, like mother, were supporting those children.
Yeah.
They end up, we have used all our small business money to feed ourselves. And even it did not even reach us. The other one that is in full time, they say that, okay, go and take student loan. Apply for student loan. She waited till even the portal closed. So you can see how the people that are living with disability, how we live a miserable life. That is how poverty. We talk of poverty. There is a level. Our own is. I'm telling you that poor of the poorest. As I'm telling you now, that is how my life is. Those children, even the one that they say that student loan, she has been like this. 300. We struggle on our own. She's going to 300 level. Now after we finish our money for food, if we cannot even feed, now the student loan, you did not have access to it. So this is the level that we are now. Thank you for this for this topic. God bless you and bless you, Zoboli.
Thank you so much for calling. So imagine coming from a background as this, and you emerge from after graduation, like you come out of school with a 6 million naira debt hanging on your neck.
I said,
because this government is still talking about rice and beans. They're talking about
they're talking about rice, so they don't put beans there. Do you know how much beans is now? Beans is not in that conversation, Joyce. It's not there. Please, beans. Rice is cheaper. Let's not play. Beans, please, no.
Nigeria Info, you're on the Sony side. My name's Joyce. What's your name? If you can hear me. Oh, sorry. Hopefully you make it back. The Sony side. Good afternoon to you. Okay, I'll come to you in a moment. Turn up the volume of your radio set. Thank you. Nigeria Info, what's your name?
Yeah, my name is Tony. I call you from Ikeda.
Welcome, Tony. Thanks for calling.
Yes. Yes, I mean, program. We Nigerians, I don't know, we are so short of words because I don't think most of us have anything to say to what is happening to the situation. The situation is so bad that an average person here don't know what to say about it. But the only thing every human being in this country should think about is any opportunity to change government. They should make sure that they drive these people away. They are vultures, so carnivorous. They are feeding on Nigerians so fat.
You know, the president recently said that things will get better. He's saying
no. That's a rhetoric. That is, you know what it is. Have you been unfortunately been trapped by these guy men? Those people that do all those local
fraudsters.
Okay. They will tell you they have format. The format is you get the money, you get the money, you recoup your money. By the time you know it, all the cash in your account is gone. That is the system Tinubu and his men are using. How can a government for the people under democracy enter into power? The first thing you do is to buy a luxurious jet for yourself, buy yachts, buy for your wife, renovate quarters for your vice president.
He didn't buy for his wife, but he didn't buy for his wife. I get the import.
It is wicked. Excuse me. There's no need of complaint. Things are very hard. People are dying. We are not even talking about drugs. This is a government that is almost 2 years in power. No president can say this is what I have gained. They didn't look inward and say, how do we help to ameliorate the suffering of the masses? Even if it is a drug, by making sure that sick people they afford drugs. If it is by food, nothing. Nigeria is just like where there is no government. I'm telling you. Okay, example now, just be patient with me. This our vice president started attacking the women in UK because he's sick. The other day they were attacking the video is so comfortable, him and his family. The parents and the uncle, they are in government, but he was bold enough to say that nothing is working. That is to tell you that even if the president happens to be Davido's father, Davido will say, Daddy, what you're not getting it right. And that is what it is, because at the end of the day, it's between you and God. Yes, that's where you give the account.
All right.
Yes.
This is
some gullible Nigerians are attacking him, and the people in APC, they are attacking the poor boy for saying the truth. And you know the funny thing brings me, most people that don't know where the enemy will come from, those are the people supporting this government. The most wretched people, the most poorest of the
well, they're the ones the government has given 25,000 naira. So I'm just hoping that we can even put their 25,000 naira into the Nigerian markets today.
They are not getting it. They are not giving anybody any money.
Well, no, they have to. Otherwise, it's a lie. So I'm sure they're giving somebody.
I have not seen any. I have not seen any, and I've never heard of anybody gotten. So what every Nigerian should be prepared is when it is time to change government, these people should prove it away. That's. And please, that number you said you will call, you and your colleague there, I would like to listen to that number. Those people that promised her.
No, they didn't call. They sent a message. Once anybody wants to give you money you haven't worked for, they're the ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for calling.
Yes.
All right. We're going to quickly go now to WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Kemi, are you ready?
Mm-hmm. This person says, good afternoon. My name is James. I'm a commercial bus driver. A lady forgot a sack of clothes in my bus, maybe for delivery or for her. She dropped at Lekki Phase 1, a duvet, lace, and a lot more in the sack. I don't know how to reach her. Please help broadcast so that we can reach her and give her the clothes. Also, help tell the other radio stations so that they can assist too. I will be grateful if she gets the clothes.
Oh, passenger, you forgot a bit of you in a taxi, and the taxi driver is saying...
Bus driver, actually.
Oh, bus driver.
This is surprising.
Well, thank you so much, bus driver. I do appreciate. The bus driver is saying that you forgot a sack of clothes in his bus, and you got off at Lekki 1. Is that correct?
Yes, Lekki Phase 1.
Okay, good. So he says, please broadcast it. Now, what am I supposed to do? Is she supposed to meet you somewhere to pick it up? Can he let us know?
Yeah,
because I guess it would be better if she can meet you at a bus stop where you would be at, so she can pick it up. If you know anyone who's complaining to you how they forgot something in a bus, well, tell them Nigeria Info is saying that the bus driver is equally looking for you as well. Can the bus driver kindly tell us where he'll be, just so that we can send her a location where she can go to pick up her stuff? And thanks once again, driver. God bless you.
So this person says, wow, 3K for one way to work, then 6K to and fro. God knows if I'm in Nigeria, I am surely struggling to survive. Nigeria is not for the faint-hearted. This person says, I'm Eze from Shokotedo. Indomie chicken is now 7K. That was 7K, 70 for 70 grams is now 10K. This person says, honestly, I do not understand this current APC government now. I run a pharmacy business, and we were told last time to take away the VAT on it. Now medicine is on the high side. No good malaria medicine less than 1,000 naira.
Wait. Oh, they were told to take a VAT from medicine.
Yes.
And now, even though VAT is not on the medications,
it's now higher.
The malaria drug is still expensive.
Yep.
So Lagos, it does quite appear that the removal of VAT doesn't quite remove you from the poverty imposition. Because, I think the government wants us to believe that once they take away VAT, that your lives will be a lot more easier economically. But if thanks, by the way, the pharmacist. If the pharmacist is saying they've taken away VAT from medication, but now if you suffer malaria, at least just have 1K. Because you can't get anything less. I think back in the day with like 100, 150, 200, you could actually get like malaria drug.
Yeah. I mean, if you were getting something expensive, it meant maybe it was something coated or something
or
luxurious,
imported, right?
Or imported and stuff like that.
All right, message.
Joyce, a poverty is inability of a person not to be able to provide a person need at the time of need. I'm just a typical example of poverty. I'm a glaucoma patient on medications. Factually speaking, the drugs for me since last year are inaccessible for me. One eye drop now that used to cost 8,000 naira is now, that used to cost 6,000 naira is now 8,000 naira, and last year is now 27,000 naira, where it is available and only for 1 month. Funny enough, I'm a retiree.
I'm going to assume that 27,000 is besides VAT. That's after VAT.
You know how much inhaler is? Asthma inhaler. We're talking 11, 12. This person says, Joyce, Usman is my name. When Nigerian governments talk about poverty, I think they literally mean those who don't have what to eat for lunch or dinner, those who have to hustle before they eat, those who cannot afford a 3-square meal.
How many Nigerians can afford a 3-square meal?
Nigerians do 101 now, or 001, or 1011.
I eat once a day. Do I qualify?
Yes, dear. Let's join ourselves. It's what you call joy body.
No, I'm serious.
But seriously, I mean, when it's not that normally you don't want to eat 3 times a day, but
I don't even know what it is right now. I don't know if it's because I don't want to eat. I think
this is the definition. Lovely.
Let's hear it.
Poverty is not being able to afford the minimum standard of living. It is easily defined as anyone earning less than 500k monthly income. That's it.
Anyone earning less than 500,000. It will now shock you that 500,000 naira people will 500,000 100K earners will call Nigeria Info, give you a breakdown of their lives, and you see how they're practically in a chokehold of poverty. Because by the time you pay rent and maybe you're married with one kid, 500,000.
Okay. So poverty in today's reality should be the inability to meet our feeding needs. But the government defines the poor as those who are at their feet, and that's why political poor people are more than the need-based poor people based on their definition. That's why some people christen this government as Dobaletocracy. That's Dobaletocracy. Wow, the Lord is your strength, Joyce.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Hold on, let's get to the telephone lines. No, you're on the sunny side. It's Open Thought Tuesday. We're trying to define poverty in the Nigerian context. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, my name is Onyemuwa.
Sure.
From my...
Thank you.
When you,
I'm sorry, the line is too bad.
Don't cut me I've been
that's not the point. The line isn't clear.
It's not clear, even now.
All right, let's try.
Anyway, I've lost word, but let me just say 2 words. With the way people are talking, do you know that Kofi still say Tinubu's son wants to be governor? And many people are calling and supporting him more. People that are talking poverty now, they want to support some to be governor.
Yeah, maybe there's nothing bad with that. Do you think? I don't know. I'm asking.
Poverty never starts.
Okay.
They will owe nothing and they will be happy. Maybe some are still spending it on. Do you know what this government wants to do? Oh, you still have 200,000 to feed yourself. You will finish it. All of us we will have nothing to eat and we will be happy. What will make us happy is what I don't know. I don't know. I used to buy that 25 liters of oil, Kings, for 27,000 before this man become president. Now it's 120,000.
Wow.
That's why it's that expensive now.
That's
why.
We have nothing. Let's speak small grammar. All of us, we have nothing. How we are going to happy is what I don't know. This government is on the mission. Make them poor. See, this people that speak grammar, make all of them poor so that you can control them. They think they can be a president from their own. Make all of them poor. Maybe they say half million. Million. They will free the million. All of us will be poor. But we will rise up and say, no, this poverty, we are enough. We have not gotten there. Now they put your budget on 1,400. That means next year will not be sweet. In conclusion, there was a report from America that said Nigeria are the most happiest people in the world. Are we still happiest people? Are we still smiling? Good afternoon.
99.3 Nigeria Info. The sunny side, you got messages?
Yeah. So this person says, hello Joyce. Poverty isn't only financial, psychological too. Nigerians have been programmed to complain and complain as if there is nothing we can do about it. Syria fought for 15 years just to get Assad out. Bangladesh did the same until a real revolution happens in Nigeria. Storm the ruling complexes. Dust out those corrupt leaders. We never ready.
Thank you.
Messages. This person says the only privileged people in Nigeria, in my opinion, is now those who receive weekly allowance from their kids abroad. I send 100K weekly to my parents because they stopped working due to APC policies and they are relocating to the USA soon.
Oh well, Victor from Philadelphia. I can say good luck to you. I wouldn't even say you are balling. I would say good luck to your parents because maybe it may be more affordable to even have them over. I'm not even sure at this point. It may just be better to have them over.
At this point. Good afternoon, Joyce. The people supporting this government are the ones the government is bankrolling because they call in on all radio stations.
Wait. The people supporting this government, the government's bankrolling?
Yeah,
I don't even think so. But if you support this government, which of course you have a right to, and they're bankrolling you, I think nobody should hate you for it. I honestly think nobody should hate you for it. Because maybe you can afford rice, you can afford beans, you have healthcare, you have security, you have roads, you have electricity. Plus, 2025, VAT will be taken off rice and beans. I think you're good. You are at the promised land already. But then again, it's supposed to be a government for everyone. It's now whether they fully comprehend this whole poverty thing. I had a tax analyst here about a week ago or 2 weeks ago, and he was saying that the government is trying to ensure that the basics are what the VAT removal will cover. He says the government is not responsible for your luxury choices. And so I asked him, can we define luxury in the Nigerian context? Because I think there's luxury on a broad context. Yeah. But you have to look at Nigeria and see, you have to evaluate what has gotten out of the rich of the common Nigerian and determine whether it is luxury because what, or it's luxury because, well, they have a substitute, an inferior substitute. Because I really think that's maybe how we're defining these things. We're given inferior substitutes. Maybe that's one way. Then the other way, at least the one that's very obvious, would be the basics. So I don't know whether... So housing, food, and it has to be locally grown. Medicine. I mean, he told me they were taxing tampons. He says if it's locally manufactured, towels are not taxed, but imported sanitary towels will be taxed. Like, who taxes tampons? So God alone knows what else is on that luxury list that could face taxation. But I think to help us understand what the government needs to understand is that we have to define poverty. And if the government is listening today, Nigerians are broadly poor. And so to not cater for everyone and just cater for those people who don't have smartphones, who don't call the radio, and then you give those ones 25,000, then there's something wrong with the very policy, even by the definition of poverty alleviation. We'll go off on a break. When we come back, I'll share the definition with you on Nigeria Info.
More conversation, more talk, more right after this.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.